OBS isn't showing for me yet. Welcome to the Not Nerd Show. I'm Nate Heath, and I can't see anything, but we are here to help you tech better. Here with me, as always, Mr. Dave Baylor.
I forgot to push that button again. So we had a slight technical difficulty, and I don't mind sharing it with the audience. I think it's fun for people to kind of learn about it. But it's 6:32. We're 2 minutes late. So apologies to everyone in chat, which coincidentally is not on my screen yet because I had to close it. But that's for another time. But you know what? We're here now, and that's all that matters. And yes, welcome to the Not Nerd Show. Nate and I are two nerds our life goal is to help people like you and those around you to tech better. Today we're going to talk about Nate's hat because it's always cool. We've got tips and tricks. Everyone's favorite segment, just the headlines, picks of the week, and more. And Nate, speaking of hats, look at that wonderful arrangement of hats. I see it's getting dark there in New York where you are.
Yes, East Coast. Coming in late tonight. Thank you, Nano Banana, for that one. For my background.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, we've got the chat going. Charles Heath 1 says, we see you guys, haha. Yes, I knew what the issue was, but I was going in blind. And Hey Grandma says, better late than never. Thank you for being patient with us, Hey Grandma. But I do have a hat on. It is a little tight, as you can see. It's got some red marks there. But this is a very special one, Blue Magic Scuba in Cozumel, Mexico. This hat traveled to me from Mexico last week.
Wow.
And Blue Magic Scuba is the company that my brother is working with in Cozumel as he becomes a master diver.
Wow.
So if you're interested in scuba diving in Cozumel, Mexico, let me know and I'll connect you with my brother. So my parents went to go visit, and this is the gift that came back. So it's very nice. Because it's me, I'm going to ask my brother if he can get me the logo so that I can put it on a better fitting size hat. Fits all right. It's just a little bit snug. But yeah, Blue Magic Scuba with the cool little wizard scuba diver. I don't think beards are really great for scuba diving. But yeah, there it is.
Very good.
In action. Well, we've got all kinds of stuff. And I really wanted, because we're like 4 weeks or something of Apple as the main topic with all the stuff they've been announcing and everything. And I was like, man, it'd be great just to take a week off of Apple. Well, I do have a couple quick things before we get to our main topic. They did announce, I believe today, that WWDC, Worldwide Developers Conference 2026, will be June 8th to 12th. So the same exact week it is every time. So mark your calendars. June 8th will be the keynote. So we'll probably be doing a special episode that day. But this is where they typically just announce all their new software that will officially come out in the fall. But yeah.
What do you think? We don't really do rumors or anything like that, but have you thought or heard about anything that's going to be at the developers conference?
So this fall, the rumors are saying we'll be seeing the foldable iPhone and also possibly a touchscreen Mac. So I caught a little bit of Mac Break Weekly today, and they were joking about how in June at WWDC, they might say, if you have an iPhone app, how would you make it work if all of a sudden the screen got a lot bigger? Or if you have a Mac app, how would you make it work if people were able to touch the screen? So,
I don't know about the touchscreen Macs. I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to do that. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the MacBook Neo would seem to be a good option for that, is kind of that low end, but it would be more expensive to have a touch. There's this rumor about this new MacBook Ultra or whatever that will be some new magical form factor, and maybe that one will be touchscreen. But super high-end pros that are spending $5,000-$6,000 on a laptop, I don't know that they're the ones that necessarily want a touch screen.
Yeah. We'll see.
And we have iPads.
iPads do exist.
Yes. Rumor has it. One other piece that I saw today, 25 years ago today, Mac OS 10 or OS X was launched. The original, the big change from OS 9 to Mac OS 10. It was kind of a revolution in the computer world. I remember it well. But yeah,
there it is. It was codenamed after the big cats, and I believe the first one was Puma. Is that correct?
Says it no, Cheetah.
So 10.0 was Cheetah, then Puma, Jaguar, Panther, Tiger, Leopard, Snow Leopard, more about that in a minute, Lion, Mountain Lion, more about that in a minute, Mavericks, Yosemite, or other people call it Yosemite, whatever, El Capitan, Sierra, High Sierra, more on that in a moment, Mojave, Catalina, Big Sur, Monterey, Ventura, Sonoma, Sequoia, and finally Tahoe. And so what I mean when they use the same cap but with a modifier, or the same mountain with a modifier, is usually a time when Apple cools their jets and says, we're not going to throw 3,000 new features into this. We're not going to redesign all the look and feel. We're just going to work on bug fixes. We're going to make it stable. Of course, they still release new features and stuff, but it's not the big change from Sequoia to Tahoe, where it was it's kind of a normal Macintosh to holy cow, where did all this liquid glass come from, and why are my quarter radiuses changed, and all the crazy things that happened with Tahoe. So my guess is the next operating system will be Tahoe, but just works better. So
Hi Tahoe.
Hi Tahoe. Yeah, let's see. I'm not familiar with that area. Is there anything around Tahoe? Snow Tahoe?
It's Snow Tahoe. Lake Tahoe they could go with. But yeah, so that's a fun thing in the past. And I did see, I think it was today also, that all the 26.4 softwares were released. So you'll have updates for all your different Apple devices. And I am getting word that, Dave, you are a touch quiet.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you sound very loud in my ear, but I have you turned up very
Maybe
loud.
I'm louder now. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I'm too loud now. I think one thing I could do is speak louder. So I can also move the mic up a bit. Nobody can hear
that. ASMR microphone movements.
I'll just do this.
I thought you were zipping up your zipper there for a second.
Well, thank you for the feedback on that. Chelsea Heath 1. Yes. Oh, Chelsea Heath 1 is our #1 contributor to the chat right now.
Yeah. Hey, Grandma is also
She was #1. See, she got leapfrogged.
Wow. You gotta get that top fan. It's a coveted position.
It is.
Gotta get in there for that. But yes, we love it when you show up in the live chat, which is a great reminder to everybody. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe. Ring that bell so you get a little reminder when we go live. It helps us out. We're almost to 500 subscribers here on YouTube, and due to our CES videos that we have neglected to continue posting on Instagram, we are currently at.
Don't look at my chart. I've not updated it in a while.
We are at 4,020 followers on Instagram now.
What? We hit the 4K?
Yeah.
That's remarkable.
Yes. So you can find us on the other social medias as well. We exist on all of them, I think. I don't think we have a Truth Social account, but we do have many of the others where you can follow us here. Social media of choice, we should be there. And if you have a social media of choice that we are not on, let us know, and we will maybe
we'll consider copying our stuff there.
Yes, we'll bring it before the board and see if it gets approved.
Good call.
but our main topic. Hey, Grandma said what? 4,000. Oh, probably to the 4,000 followers. Yes, it is exciting.
Or she's not the number one.
Oh yeah, they both show as number one on my things. So you're all number one in my book.
Nicely done.
No matter what the YouTube algorithm says. Our main topic, there wasn't a whole lot this week, but I did want to talk about this one and just kind of the world of VR. So the headline of this article, Meta backtracks will keep Horizon Worlds VR support for existing games. So a day or two before this, Meta had said that their Horizon Worlds was going away. Now, if you remember, a couple of years ago, Zuckerberg was all in on the Horizon Worlds. It's why they renamed the parent company Meta, because Meta VR, this world, we're all going to live in Horizon Worlds.
Meta reality.
Yes, and they didn't have your not icon, but your character avatar didn't have legs, and they joined legs, and I mean everybody was making stuff. I talked about it years ago, but I think it was like a Girl Scout event. I was talking to some dad who that was his job, is like people would contract him to make Wendy's and Meta Horizon Worlds and all this stuff.
Why was it so terrible? No shade on this guy, but every Horizon World looked like a first-year graphics student made this. It just was not good.
And so they're trying to move away from it, and of course Meta is all in on AI now and moving all their money to that. And I think, and there's been things like this, like Second Life was a thing where you kind of live in this world. There's been other things where you live in these worlds, these virtual worlds. And I mean, my take is, I think it could be more of a thing. I just don't think it's there yet. Obviously, like you're saying, the graphics on Meta just wasn't
Second
real
Life
great.
Is still a thing, my friend. And look how much better it looks than Horizon
I
Worlds.
heard somebody was discussing Second Life and that it is still a thing and that it's a very weird thing. But yeah, there's still people that are playing the Second Life. I think I got in there once or twice back in the day when it was a big thing. But yeah,
Can
the
you
Meta
do
Horizon
steeplechase
Worlds.
in Meta? I don't think so.
Oh, Isla's going to want Second Life now if you can do horse racing and horse riding.
I don't know if you've noticed some of the models that have come across the demo here, but let's just say that some of the proportions are not very realistic.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the big attractors to Second Life, is that you can be incredibly voluptuous, or you could be a spider or a dragon or whatever you want to be. You can be it in there. So
yeah, I mean, Roblox is another huge one. I was playing Roblox with Isla earlier, and we were playing a game where we were both cats. I did get a ultra rare cat that I unlocked from my egg that I saved up for, so that was pretty sweet.
Roblox is another one of those things that I don't like the graphical aesthetic.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me to really get into it. And apparently I have to sign up to even look at it. So no, thank you.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, the VR stuff, Dave, you have a Meta Quest headset. Is it within reach? Don't get ahead of ourselves.
Within reach. I do. I took it to work today. I didn't even take it out of my bag. I was going to try to get some exercise in, but, not to brag, but...
Whoa, full circles over there.
Closed over there.
Circles closed. Mine are not. Mine are all just about even at 3/4 full, which isn't bad.
That's not bad. You still got a lot of day left. But anyway, I'm sure people do not care about our exercise habits. Or maybe they do. If so, put it in the comments. Put it in the chat.
Yes. Train Guy is here. Hello, Train Guy.
Woo, woo.
There we
need
go.
to make sounders for all of our regular
for
listeners.
All of our top fans.
Hey, Grandma.
For all of our one for every follower in case they show up on the live chat.
What would be some of the sounds real quick? So, hey, Grandma would be Oh, I know. It'll be the guy from the Goonies. It says, "Hey, you guys."
Yes.
Let's
Chunk.
see. Chunk. Well, Chunk was the friend.
Oh,
Or was Chunk
sloth.
Sloth. Anyway, we could have a lot of fun
Not
with
to
that.
say, hey, grandma, that you're sloth.
Oh no, but it's,
I won't.
hey,
I won't
grandma.
get myself in trouble by what I think Chelsea's sounder should be.
What should
Isla
it
would
be?
be some animal sounds,
Yeah.
guinea pig sounds. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, the VR thing. I think there's still potential for it. It'll continue to even with AI. I don't think we talked about it, but Google has a new AI engine where it can create these AI worlds. It's not a game where you really interact, but it in real time as you're walking. I think the video I saw, you're walking down the mountain and the trees are it's generating it via AI, so everybody's experience is different in these worlds.
Oh yeah.
And I have the Apple Vision Pro, as we know, and there isn't
Brag.
a lot of there isn't a lot of VR stuff, at least that I've found. I 99% of my use on the Vision Pro is watching videos and using it as a monitor for my computer.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. I do not have my Vision Pro within reach.
It's not even, I can't even get it on. It's not even charged. And there's some weird thing here. It's poking my head. Oh, well. They're a lot of fun. One thing back to Meta that I am excited about is there are some rumblings of a new VR headset that they're working on. Because they haven't released really new hardware in a long time. They released a downgraded version of that one.
Yeah,
it's a cheaper version, but it's not any better. It's got worse screens. Look it up. That's a word.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Maybe this year.
Nice. Yeah. More new hardware. We like new hardware, and it is rare to hear Dave say he's excited about Meta. Yeah. That is not something.
No.
You had $1 for every time he said that. You'd have about $1. So
you'd be very poor.
But you know what will always give you $1?
What's that?
Dave's Pro Tip of the Week.
There's a delay. My lawyers have told me that Dave's Pro Tip of the Week does not guarantee any dollars.
Oh, okay.
And there's no
real-time update. Yeah, what's that? I'm getting it in my ear.
There's no entry fee and not available outside the United States.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nate, you're getting older every day.
Thanks. This is true.
That
true
was the
fact.
tip. Everyone's getting older, including Nate. The tip is, as we age, I wouldn't have any idea. Other people talk to me about this.
Yes.
As we age, sometimes some of our faculties don't work as well. Maybe our eyes aren't as sharp. Maybe our hearing is a little less. So what if we had a solution on our phones that's in our pocket every day? And you might be thinking, what is he talking about? And of course, I'm talking about everyone's favorite, live captioning. What? What's live captioning? Nate, I have to admit, I have not spent a lot of time live captioning, but there's someone else in my house. I don't know if she's listening right now. Probably not. But this person could be male or female. She does not hear very well, I gotta say. And I think she could benefit from this thing. But especially if you are someone who struggles with hearing, live captioning can be a big deal. So let me show you how it works.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring up my settings on my phone. I'm running the latest 26.4 whatever. And you go down into accessibility under your settings. So you go to settings and you go to accessibility, and then you scroll down into the hearing section. And there is a live captions. And when you click that button, you can turn it on. So I'm going to turn it on real quick. All right. You'll notice at the bottom of my screen it says listening.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure it's turned on quite yet, but
Oh, it just did a live caption of me saying, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." It just did a live caption of me saying, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." It just did a live cap. Oh, I'd keep going on that forever.
you know what?
Yes, it is. It
Yeah,
is live captioning what
it
I
is.
say.
I think the problem I always have is that it doesn't like to do these things when it's presenting on the screen.
Oh
So that's
yeah,
why
the
my
screen
things,
sharing.
they never work. So I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it and I'm going to show you there. So it just started working. Hi, this is Alex Trebek. Today we're going to be on Jeopardy, and today's contestant is Nate Heath. Welcome, Nate. See, you could have this on your lap while you're watching TV, and you can't quite understand what the guy's saying, but the phone will pick it up and it'll transcribe it. So one of the other things you can do is you can click this button here on those two arrows that face out, and it will embiggen it. And now it's big.
Wow.
But wait, there's more. The 3-dot menu at the top, look, hidden behind that menu, you can hide this, you can copy the captions, or you can clear it if it's too muddled. But the copy thing has me very intrigued. Imagine, if you will, now you can go into your notes and you can click record, or you can, I don't know if you can do transcribe in notes, but if you have live caption enabled, just wherever you are, watch this. I'm going to go to my home screen, put away my disappointing stock prices. But there it is on my home screen.
Oh, wow.
No matter where you are, no matter what app you're in, it's going to transcribe things for you so that you can see them rather than listen to them. You can push the little arrow button and it will push it over here into a little speech bubble if it's in your way, but you want it back, you just hit it again, and there it is. It's back again. Now, if you click the microphone button there on the side, it gives you an option. Do you want the audio to come in through a microphone, or do you want it to come in through the phone's audio? So like if you're watching a video or a YouTube video or something like that, or a movie, you can say, do the phone's audio so that it'll transcribe it for me. Now, most of those streaming services in YouTube already have a transcription service if you hit the closed caption, but if they don't, you can do it right here through the live captions. Anyway, I've had some fun playing around with it. It's not something I'll probably use that often, but I think it's important to let people know about features that are available to them that could help them in their daily lives. So that's live captioning for you and yours.
Nice. Yeah, I was aware of that, but I didn't really know how it worked. So that is a very cool little feature to have there and have an option. It reminds me of Senator John Fetterman, who had a stroke and has some speech delays. He has a device like that when he's doing like an interview. He has like an iPad in front of him. Then it might be using the live captions because his brain just doesn't process it right. So being able to read it there. So it could be helpful, if you were having hearing problems or if you've had a stroke.
I'm so thankful that someone with impaired cognitive abilities is helping to lead the country.
Yes.
And at this point in time, you don't even know who I'm talking about.
Because I will remind people, we are the most nonpartisan tech podcast on the internet.
We are. And with that, we should move on to the next section.
Yes, because it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Just the Headlines.
Nate, I had to get up early and go to work this morning, which is not something I like to do.
No.
I'm referring to going to work. And I'm also referring to getting up. But I was going to come home early and enjoy the afternoon here since I got in there early. But guess what? Rain.
Yeah.
Come on. Look, and it's put all the tree poop all over my car. that was clean before. Man. Anyway, raining out there. But that's Pacific Northwest for you, and that's the spring for you. So, whatevs. I can deal.
Yes. March showers bring April showers.
And the first day of spring was a few days ago. So happy spring, everyone.
Happy spring. We'll have to get a Pafance. Keep an eye out for the annual Pafance episode for some spring cleaning. I was thinking about that today.
Yep. Hey, Grandma says rain? No way. She's being sarcastic, I think.
Yes. Well, let us get to just the headlines.
Amazon plans to test 4-legged robots on wheels for deliveries.
Cyberattack on car breathalyzer firm leaves drivers stuck.
The asteroid Ryugu has all the main ingredients for life.
Nvidia expects to sell at least $1 trillion with a T dollars in AI chips by 2028.
Samsung ends the $2,899 Galaxy Z Trifold sales after just 3 months.
New Windows 11 bug breaks Samsung's PCs, blocking access to C drive.
And finally, Amazon plans smartphone comeback more than a decade after Fire Phone flop.
And those are just the headlines.
Woo. I wonder why the almost $3,000 phone is discontimed.
Yeah.
What could it be? Probably the name.
Not selling a lot of those.
So silly.
Yeah. Nobody wants to say they have a trifold.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Crazy. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Well, listener mail. We did not get any listener mail this week. I had a very exciting day today, Dave. I was out running some errands, and I decided I was going to pick up a grocery order from Fred Meyer's in Tualatin here. But I also needed some fresh ground coffee. So I decided to run inside and get me some coffee. And I'm checking out, minding my own business. And who accosts me but, hey, Grandma.
Hey, Grandma.
We ran into each other. That is definitely Hey Grandma's sounder. But we had a good little conversation. And we were talking because, of course, we had to talk some tech. And I think it's maybe about time to do another episode because she was talking about getting rid of the Comcast cable and what the options are, and YouTube TV, Hulu, Peacock, Paramount, all the different things we were talking about. But it's a bit much for a listener mail segment. So, hey, Grandma, remind us to talk about that soon and dive in a little deeper into what those options look like. But problem is, if there's anything on broadcast TV you want to watch, I still recommend getting away from Comcast, but I don't know that you'll save a lot of money depending on how you're able to do it, is the problem. But
real-time follow-up, Hey Grandma says she wants a better sound effect. So
better sound effect. Well, we will work on that. Because before we move on, it is time for the podcast game show that is taking the nation. We've overtaken Wheel of Fortune. Hopefully next we'll overtake Jeopardy. It is Within Reach.
Do you have it within reach?
Sorry about that. I was waiting for it's time for
yes.
We're still working out the bugs.
Working out the bugs.
Yeah, so let me go up. Let me get into the document. Okay, before we begin, Nate and I were talking about this. We've played 4 rounds already, and I went first last time, so he'll go first this time. But the rules so far, as we continue to make this thing a little bit more, organized, is 1, it must be within reach. This is an object that's within reach. you know, we could probably fudge it a little bit. You know, I had to lean over and get my backpack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of within reach. Number two, it should be something that the other person could potentially have. Like, if I had a pony I brought in here and said, "Hey, Nate, do you have a pony?" It's not likely. Oh, wait. It's not likely that you would have a pony. Or let's say there's something very specific to my line of work. I don't know, which is very similar to your line of work. So that was a terrible example. But, you know, anyway.
Yes.
And
I'm not going to ask if you have a specific trucker hat within reach.
I'm not into trucker hats. And we talked about having kind of a mulligan. We haven't got a name for it yet. That would help us to, is it somewhere in our vicinity? You know, maybe we would utilize that once per quarter, like once it's done, sorry, you know, but we're still working that out. And when it comes to that, we'll figure more out about it. But anyway, I just wanted to share what we're doing in everyone's favorite podcast segment.
Do you have it within reach?
So Nathan,
Yes.
you may go first today. And what,
Yes.
pray tell, do you have within reach that I may also have within reach?
I was preparing for the show, and I was kind of digging through some of the mounds around me. And one of the things that I figure, I'm almost hoping you don't have one of these just because of what it means, Dave.
Okay.
But do you have a USB-C micro cable? We're trying to get these out of our lives. We're trying to get rid of the micro. But do you have a USB-C micro cable within reach?
Well, let's take a look. I was not prepared
You have
for this.
fought long and you weren't. I didn't tell you ahead of time. Sorry, I forgot to tell you ahead of time.
You didn't tell me ahead of time what we were going to be searching for.
We have worked very hard to switch our lives to USB-C and new things that we buy, but there's still some things hanging out.
Nathan, you're not going to believe this, and this might be a little bit of a cop-out, and I'm confident there. I know that under my desk and connected to things, there are those, but I don't want to kill the show by unplugging something. You remember these little guys that you bought?
Oh, yeah. The in-charge cable.
The in-charge cable has a USB-A to, if you do a little thing, and there's a lightning, which also doubles as a USB micro cable. Yeah. So I don't know, does this count? Hey, Grandma, what do you think? It is a... It's a multi-cable, but it includes...
Yeah.
So I don't know. The spirit of your pick was, do I have a legitimate one? I'm gonna say, I don't. Man, there's got to be one around here somewhere.
There's got to be one.
I know there's got to be one, but I don't. I've tried to tidy up all those cables because, like you, I don't want them around. So. We'll wait for the judge's decision on that.
Oh, hey, Grandma. She had earlier said she loved the charades version of Pony that you were doing, but she said it does not count.
All right.
Does not count. Point, Nate.
Seems like Dave has the match. Oh. Maybe. What does that one mean? Do I or don't I have the match? There's such a delay. Let's just bring Hey Grandma in here on the show. Let's see. Let me dial her up here real quick.
She'll just walk out just for the game.
Well, so...
in a referee shirt with a whistle.
Yeah. So, Nate, it doesn't seem like a match. Okay. Doesn't seem like Dave has the match. Okay.
Gotcha.
It was one sentence and two chats. Gotcha.
Yes.
So, Nathan.
Yes.
Do you, and I'm going to make this easy for you because I'm going to give you two options. Do you have an Apple TV remote? Any variety, old school, newer school, touch sensitive, post touch sensitive with only touch sensitive in the middle? Do you have an Apple TV remote control? I ask you.
Now, I'm looking in within reach because I know that I have.
Oh, hold on. Driveway cam. The wife is going out for a walk. And we got
valve cam.
Stuttery cam
Need
tonight.
some air horns for that. While I frantically move piles of stuff around. See, I know that I have
Where'd he go?
an Apple TV in this room that is not connected to anything.
Hey, Grandma says that she loves the sound of Nate digging around on the floor.
Oh, yes.
I love it as well.
Man, I need better
Why am I
lighting.
hearing the sound of paper? Gross.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've got it all here. Except for...
Hey, Grandma, can you hear the sound of the people using blowers outside my window?
Oh, I can slightly hear that. Okay.
Hopefully
I'm doing one last sweep. I can guarantee what I need to do is have Isla on call for within reach, and I could text her real quick and say, Isla, bring up the Apple TV remote, and you would never know the better.
Fair.
Yeah, the empty chair swiveling back and forth.
So here, as he's looking, originally, I think that this is a Macintosh computer used to have an IR port, and you could control. What was the name of the program? Screen something? I don't remember. But it was a media player that was built into the Mac. And then when the Apple TV came out, it was huge. It also used this remote control, if I recall correctly, and I believe that I do. And then they came out with the all-new one that had the remote control on the left. That's this one right here. And then they came out with one that had that black one over on the right-hand side where the whole surface was touch. And like the buttons were in a dumb place. And that menu button with the circle, it used to not have a circle. And so you have to physically look at it to try to figure out which stupid button am I supposed to push? And they were all in dumb places. And then they came out with the one in the middle. And it's pretty good. It's got a touch-sensitive center. The back button is where you think a back button would be. The play button, maybe not where you would think it would be. The volume is a different shape, and so it's easy. And then the microphone button was moved to the right-hand side, so no more accidental microphone presses when you're trying to hit the play-pause button. Anyway, who's working over there at Apple? They don't know much about ergonomics, I guess.
No, Dave, I'm gonna admit defeat. I know I have them. Oh, one last.
Oh boy. I mean, what's the timer on this thing? It's been like 7 minutes. What in the world? You could order one on Amazon by now.
45-minute delivery or whatever they're moving to. Yeah, well, we both scored a point this week on...
Do you have it within reach?
Yes, well, that's fun. Hopefully, we're getting into the spirit of the game. Even though Hey Grandma loves your shuffling of papers and squeaking of chairs, it's funny, but it doesn't translate well to podcasts.
No, it doesn't, especially the audio podcast. I tried. Man,
that's okay. We can't win all of them.
No, you can't. No, you can't. And Dave is now up 3-2. 3-2.
He'll never overtake me ever in a million years.
No, impossible. Well, I will take us over to our takes. We've got some other tech news to talk about. Now, this first one, the headline kind of cracked me up with an analytical mind. 50% of consumers prefer brands that avoid Gen AI content, which would, in my mind, immediately jumps to, well, that would mean 50% of people don't mind. Now, I don't know what the specific questions were on the article.
Typically, though, there's not always 100%. There's 50% who do, then maybe 40% who don't, and then like 10% who don't know. So
Yeah.
you could assume that 50% is the highest of the categories, but it's not explicit. Maybe it says here in the bottom.
I didn't see it in the article, but it's and I actually, there's a client that I have worked with, a company that I have worked with, and I happened to see on social media that they made a post with some pretty obvious AI photos, and they were getting ripped apart in the comments. And my personal opinion, there are places for it. Like if you need a picture of a ocean front or something generic, but when it's pretty specific to an industry and you have an AI generated image that does not accurately reflect what is supposed to be happening in the photo, I mean, I feel like it's a quick way to burn a lot of trust with people. It's like you can't get a real photo.
Are you too cheap to get a real photo? The article says the survey, which includes 1,539 U.S. consumers in October 2025, also paints a picture of a public that is becoming increasingly skeptical about the information it encounters online, which is good. 61% of respondents said they frequently question whether the information they rely on for everyday decisions is reliable. Meanwhile, 68% said they often wonder whether the content and information they see is actually real. So I'm glad that we're breeding a group of consumers who are skeptical and aren't just believing everything they see. Now, the antithesis of that is true things can happen, real things can happen that are all over the news, and people dismiss it as fake. That's fake news. It didn't happen. It's like, facts.
Yes.
Where have they gone?
Oh, yes. And hey, Grandma said, does the article mention which survey they referenced? I take YouGov surveys on a regular basis, and they recently asked a lot of questions about opinions on AI. But it looks like it was Gartner research. And I don't know if then maybe they be doing some stuff with YouGov. They be doing all kinds of stuff over at Gartner.
Well, yeah, and I hope that part I read was like 1,500 respondents. I hope they've got bigger studies, but
anywho, yes, good reminder. Be skeptical, and it's good to know that. And at the marketing conference I go to, and they talk about AI and everything, and it's kind of an important thing. It's like, use it wisely. Just don't use it for every single thing, because
it's one of those things. Like if you hear something, and let's say there are 3 separate non-related sources that are saying something similar, then it's probably true. But if just one source is saying something and nobody else is, it's probably fake.
Yes. Yep. Check your sources, and AI images aren't quite there yet to fool everybody. But this next one, Dave, this is just crazy. So PC Gamer, they wrote an article about using RSS readers, which I highly recommend. I use Feedly for all of the Not Nerd news. You just plug in which websites you want to follow. It goes out and looks at their blog feed or their post feed, brings them all to me. I can just quickly scroll through them. I don't have to go to the websites. Well, this article recommending RSS readers, this guy, Stuart Breckenridge, he took a look at how much was being downloaded. So just to load the page was 37 megabytes of data. And then he's got some screenshots. So you pull it up, it asks to allow notifications. It's got a big pop-up, wanting your email address. Then second, once you get past the welcome mat, 5 ads, a title and a subtitle. So that's all you're getting is ads in the title and subtitle in the first glance there. Third, this is a whopping 37 megabyte web page on initial load, but that's not the worst part. In the 5 minutes since I started writing this post, the website has downloaded almost half a gigabyte of new ads.
That is incredibly terrible.
That I just, and there was some other talk about this, and this kind of brought to light, but just these bandwidth bonanza, but just these websites. And now you are a big proponent of ad blockers, which would take care of a lot of this.
Yes, they do.
And I'm a big proponent of RSS readers, because then I don't even have to go to the website and I can get most of the information, or at least find the information I want.
And just to be clear, the RSS is not stealing anything or going around anything. It stands for really simple syndication. Excuse me. And a website, for example, daringfireball.net, they put the article on their page and they put ads on their page, but they also publish an RSS version, which is just the text, nothing else.
Yep.
And if you have software that can retrieve that, you set it up, and then every time they publish a new article, it brings down just the text. So you're not going around anything. This is something that the content creators have put in place for you to access. So yeah, RSS readers are great. If you have a bunch of websites that you go to every single day and they offer an RSS feed, get one of these readers. You just put in the URL. It's pretty simple. And then instead of wading through 10 different websites and gigabytes worth of ads popping in your face, you can just read the article and be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And fun fact, RSS is what all of podcasting has been built on.
Built on that syndication technology.
Yes. So anybody can grab it. Next one, just a fun little story or fun little product. I saw this Spigen, which we've talked about them before, but they have made a lineup of new cases, and this is their classic LS AirPods Pro 3 case, which neither of us have, but it is designed to look like a Mac original or iconic Apple Macintosh mouse.
That's hilarious. And it's kind of tripping me out because to make it look like a mouse, you have to turn it kind of sideways.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. I have a simple leather case on mine, AirPods, and it's great. But yes, I love these retro-inspired cases, or these, like my little Mac clock back here that Tyler gave me. And there's a couple other little mini PCs that I'm looking at. There's one, I don't know if I sent it to you, but it looks like a Mac, and like an old-timey Mac, like the one over here on my shelf. And it's designed to fit over the top of the newest Mac Mini.
Yes, you did show that to me. That's very cool with all the ports.
It's got a screen and ports, and you plug in one cable, and it's like having a little tiny Macintosh. You could get your mouse and look at it on the little screen. And anyway, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that was a fun one. And And then we get into our fun bonus odd take of the week. And this one I came across, and I wish producer Todd was in the chat. But it's VHS slipcover maker. And if you don't know, producer Todd is Dr. RIP VHS, and he collects VHS and makes notebooks out of VHS.
Look at this guy's little icon in the corner. Nice. That's hilarious.
But what you can do here is you can create VHS slipcases. Now you can select any movie, and they've got the Death Wheelers. It was a different one when I was looking at it earlier. But then you can go in and you can customize every aspect of this underneath. You can select logos, you can edit text, the cover art. So you could pick your favorite movie and you could put, Star Trek. So then you could put a picture of yourself in there.
Wow.
You can change which studio it is. I mean, this is really, really cool.
I don't want fuchsia on the background. Let's do something. Is there a picker where I can select a color? I don't think so. Let's try a blue, because it's kind of space. Maybe darker blue. This is kind of fun. Yeah, very cool.
And then
then
to be
can you
able
print
to
this?
download them or do, upload, there is
Oh,
he's
an
got a
upgrade.
subscription. So $6 a month for the Be Kind Rewind starter. Unlock full access, 10 saved designs, help keep the tool running. And then there's a partner. You get 25 saved designs, and then $25 a month. You can do full access. But it'd be fun just to try it for a month and make. If you had a birthday or somebody with favorite movie, it'd be fun to customize this fully and make it your own. But I could see producer Todd getting into this pretty quick.
Totally. So can I go in here and adjust the text? No, not that.
Oh, and then they have up at the top.
Let's see. Dave is cool. Now I'm going to go up here. So there it is. I'm on the cover.
Nice.
Dave is cool. Nice.
And if you go to the very top, they have, so there's Betamax slipcovers, VHS, label generator, Blockbuster sleeves, but up at the very top where you've got the little icons, you've got all the different options there. So, and there's a couple free ones. The Blockbuster slipcover, that'd be pretty fun. Or the actual VHS label that would go on. I mean, if you had some VHS tapes, if that was a thing you were doing and you want to label them and you can make your own custom labels on there.
Man, somebody has gone through a lot of work to make this happen.
Yes, that little guy spinning around up at the corner.
I'm sure it's that guy.
Arco, signed by Arco. Oh, Tex. Hi, I'm Tex. He's got some other ones. We might have to do he might get some other bonus odd takes here. He's got some different stuff, but I thought that was pretty stinking cool.
That is
and
cool.
I'm sure we'll hear from producer Todd in our text thread at like 11:30 tonight.
CD labels, we've got. You know what I wish they had was book covers, because.
Oh yeah.
The Star Trek book covers are really cool, of the novels. They're like painted, like most book covers of your work. Anyway, they look really good, but finding those images is really tough. So if somebody made it for book covers, that'd be cool. But anyway, I digress.
Send them a message.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna check out the card real quick.
Check it out at vhs.texas, Texas.org, not Texas.org, but
Texas.
Yes, Texas, the plural of the guy's name.
That's
a mouthful.
Hard. Wow.
Yes. Well, you know what else is the plural of a guy's name?
What's that?
Our picks of the week. The math doesn't math, but just go with me.
My subtitle would say visibly confused.
Yes.
Okay, so it's time. I decided to do it. Everybody knew I was going to do it. I finally did it. I bought a Vision Pro. No,
no.
That would be great if I did. No, yes. I have this little iPod stand that I bought a long time ago, and I actually bought it for work, but I spent my own money and we used it, and I just kept it. I didn't expense it. So we're done. I eventually brought it home. But it's a really crappy tripod with a telescoping arm on it, and then a really crummy thing that grabs the corners of the iPad. And I have the iPad Pro Max gigantic 13-inch one.
Yeah.
It's not even big enough to do it. I can only use it for my small one. I'm just like, come on. That was 10 years ago I bought that thing, and I hate it. And I have to lean over and push it from my chair because it's... Anyway, so my solution is buy a different one.
Oh.
Here we go.
Good idea.
I bought the Lamicall Tablet 4 stand holder, 55-inch height adjustable, flexible arm, 5-pound base holder, tablet holder, multi-angle bed mount, gifts for 4.7 to 13-inch devices, iPad Pro, Air, tabs, e-readers, Kindle accessories. And I did not properly breathe before I read that. But this guy is basically...
That looks cool.
It is a microphone stand, literally a microphone stand, or a microphone arm, I should say.
Yeah.
On a stand that as a weighted base. It works great. I mean, I wanted to hate it because it was $30, but I love it. And it doesn't do the corner to corner grab. It goes on the short side, or on the long side, I guess. And it fits all my iPads perfectly. So anyway, there we go.
Nice.
Lana,
that is very cool.
And I have it sitting by my chair. So when I want to do the old put it in front of my face and watch a movie or a video or tap something, it's right there. It's great. Nice. $30. Can you believe it?
Wow. That looks like it's worth $30 for all the aspects of that you're getting.
Yeah.
That just the base alone, that is pretty cool.
I just read your pick of the week.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Buckle in, folks. We've got a good one this week. We are going epic mode. So we all remember the beloved KNORK. Yes, no. We've got story time, Dave. The beloved KNORK. And I was thinking the other week, I was like, you know what? I want to start taking the KNORK with me, because you get somewhere and you get a plastic fork, or just, I mean, you're not going anywhere where they're actually going to have a KNORK for you.
You're like, what is this? Just a regular fork? And then you throw it across the room.
Yeah. And so I was like, you know what? I need a case for it. Maybe I could 3D print something or something like that. I went and looked, and KNORK has this, but Dave, don't get ahead of me yet. It's the carrying case, the KNORK Eco Astrik lunch utensil carry case. So I got it home from Amazon, and I got out my KNORK, and I put my KNORK in.
Oh my word!
And I was like, "What?" And when you look at the yes, but Dave, I've got the dinner KNORKs.
Oh,
you know what I needed? The salad KNORKs.
What?
Yes, the salad KNORK. The same great build in a slightly smaller size. So now I've got both the dinner and the salad KNORKs. And now I can take a couple salad KNORKs.
Oh my word.
I can put them in my case. And I have always got a KNORK in my backpack.
Wow.
So if you go to the Amazon page, this is an official KNORK product. And you'll go, oh, yeah, but it's 2.8 stars on 24 reviews. Well, if you go down and you read the reviews, the problem is the first review, second review, very small, doesn't fit utensils. Yeah, because you're using the dinner KNORKs, not the salad KNORKs.
Idiot.
But yeah, now I can carry my KNORKs securely. So be watching PDX Fast Foodie. Make sure you're following over there, because I'm going to start using the KNORK when I'm out and about with my travel KNORKs.
Nate.
Not a good product.
Come on,
yeah.
Nate.
So I'm going to write a great review on this. And KNORK actually does follow me on, I don't know if they follow both Not Nerd and PDX Fast Foodie on TikTok now. They have a presence on TikTok. So I'm working my way into the KNORK world.
Do they've
got stuff.
Yeah, spoons on here.
They've got a Kaspoon. I should order a Kaspoon just to check it out. They've got the full sets there.
If it's a fork that's also a knife that calls it a KNORK, well, what if it's a knife from these guys?
Oh,
did they call it
a knife?
A
knife?
Fife?
Careful.
I think that's an instrument, a fife. So they just call everything a KNORK. A KNORK teaspoon, open stock. And look, they got plastic KNORKs. Come on. This is just plastic silverware.
An eco collection.
What's happening here?
But no, you look at the thing is, the key that people don't realize, and producer Todd realized this once he got his. So you've got this here, which just gives you a much more ergonomic pressure point for when you're cutting things or using things. I mean,
game?
I've cut a ribeye with this sucker. A ribeye steak I've cut. Well, it wasn't the easiest, but like pork chops, anything you can cut with this.
I'm just saying cook better so that your meals are tender. Should be able to cut.
I don't know if you've ever had steak before. But I
been
did
a
see in
while.
one of those images they do have a butter spreader, just
In
like
this
your pick of the
economy,
week.
who could afford meat?
Yes, I'm going to see if they will send me the original serving set with their serving spoons and stuff.
Okay, I'm on their website and I'm looking. What am I looking for?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Well, you
You're
mentioned
looking to
something.
buy
Butter
stuff.
knife. Where's the butter knife?
It
Cutlery?
was on that Amazon page.
Oh, well, I want to see it on. Oh, what?
It's part of the
Come on, they
serving
have
set.
cutlery. They're just selling utensils.
Well-engineered utensils.
Look
Ooh,
at
they have the
this.
KNORK Light 24-piece set.
Look at this.
Man,
here.
we could do a whole episode next week. Main topic: KNORKs.
$40. You could get a KNORK, a spoon, and a knife.
Yeah.
With all their little weird ridge right there in the middle for extra pressure.
Ergonomics. Don't you care about ergonomics, Dave?
Here's the thing. Most of the foods I like to eat are out of a pop-top can. I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm just saying they don't usually require KNORKs.
Chelsea said, well, Todd's dad is going to flip his lid over this. And hey, Grandma said, Nate and travel KNORK equals LOL. Yes, and I will say, hey, Grandma, she was not settling for number 2 tonight. We didn't get to all of her chats, but she has been chatting. And I was going to have a special segment because our Ramazan picks went away, but we are already going long. And hey, Grandma knows what that is, but we will save that for next week.
I can't
Something
wait.
to replace the Ramazan because I don't get those anonymous reports on all the products you guys are buying. I can see that you're still buying stuff through a NotPicks link, but please go to NotPicks anytime you're going to shop on Amazon. Anytime you need to find something like a KNORK travel case, I'll link to the KNORK salad forks as well as the dinner forks. You need all this stuff. Head over to NotPicks. There's Dave's butter spreaders. Oh, the Ladybug soil moisture meters. Man, all
kinds of stuff.
I've got
You've got your pen.
My Inksol hat clip pen.
And it works great. There it is. So maybe we need to reuse our Ramazan purchase for the NotPicks. Where'd it go? The NotPicks. It's still not playing. Okay. That one's broken at the moment.
Oh.
Anyway, it goes da-da-da. Da-da-da. There it goes. Now it's probably going to play 30 times because I pressed it a bunch. So maybe we need to recycle that for our NotPicks sound.
Yes. I'm still holding out some hope that enough people are complaining that maybe they will bring back those anonymous reports. The only thing I could think of why they don't want to list everything that somebody bought is that it could, you could maybe kind of track it, or there might be some stuff people don't want people to know that you were buying, that kind of stuff.
Here's the thing. It's okay for Amazon to completely track every single thing you're doing. Didn't they have the thing with the doorbells where it would share all your Wi-Fi and everything? It was called Sidewalk.
Yeah, the Sidewalk.
So they can just invade your privacy and take everything, but they won't allow sellers or affiliates to have anonymous reports. Sounds kind of hypocritical to me.
Yes. I think part of it might be you will get some reporting. We are just at a lower volume that we don't get to see stuff. But so you guys need to buy more, and then maybe some more stuff will show up on there. But we do tune in next week for something special from Hey Grandma. Everything special from Hey Grandma. And she is back to number 1 on the top fans list this evening. And with that, we will wrap up the show. Thank you to everybody that watched live. You can watch later on YouTube or some other platforms or listen to it. But really, please watch it because we want you to get the most out of it so you can get out there and tech better. Air horns.